know you felt like Murphy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look who's back. Guess who's back? Welcome to Sensuality. Did y'all miss me? Because y'all know I skipped a little bit. I skipped a couple weeks. I was under the weather. I'm still trying to get myself together. But listen, I am back with another episode of Sensuality. And I got my favorite person on the show. Well, one of my favorite people. Y'all know I got a lot of favorite people. But I got my favorite person on the show. I got my mama here with me today. I want y'all to show my mama some love. Be sure y'all share this live. We are gonna be sipping on some sweet tea. Ain't that right, mama?
Extra sweet.
Ding.
To the booties.
Got my tea cup back. So my mama, you were actually supposed to be on the show for Mother's Day. But of course, we had to redo some things, and you on her today. But I really am just so excited for you to just be on the show. And then you do a lot of things in the community. My mama is huge in the community. I don't know what I can say or what I can't say, so you can tell them a little bit what you do in the community.
Well, I do it all.
What you do, girl?
Well, I am a community outreach worker certified in the state of Kentucky. I work with HIV outreach.
Come on, sex worker.
I am, I'm a safe sex worker. I'm known as a sex lady out in the streets. Yeah. And years ago, I was a sex worker in the streets.
Look,
but now, look at God. He's got a sense of humor. So now I promote safe sex. I get people tested for HIV. My numbers have gone up extremely because HIV is running rampant. If you're going to do it, cover it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, cover it up,
Look at
seal it up.
Hey, mama.
Hey. And just be safe. I also work with women in transition. I just do what I can do.
You work with recovery women.
I work with women in recovery. I am a recovering, I'm going to be real transparent, I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic.
It's sex worker.
I will have 8 years, July 26, 2015.
Come on, 8 years.
I made a decision to stop doing what I do. My past has become my greatest asset. It's nothing you can say to me. It's nothing you can tell me. My skin is real thick. I know my story better than you do. Guess why? I lived it.
Come on, mama. You better come on with the intro.
So there you have it.
I know you said that you always real transparent. What is your biggest reason for being transparent? I know that for me, like I'm just speaking for myself, it's because I don't want nobody to be able to tell me shit that I did that I'm ashamed of. So is there a specific reason why you so transparent?
I'm transparent because standing your own truth. Because nobody can tell your story better than you can.
Right.
You did it, get over it, move on. It doesn't identify who you are. We're not bad people. We make bad decisions.
Right.
People make bad decisions all the time, and it's our secrets to keep us sick. So it's no secret that I smoke dope. It ain't no secret that I trick. It ain't no secret that I've been to penitentiary. It ain't no secret. Nothing you can say can really hurt me. You know, nothing. I'm not really a thug. I'm not really a thug. But what I am is I'm real transparent. I stand in my truth, which some other people need to do so they can move on in their life. And the people will talk about you and your downfalls to make them feel better about themselves.
Right. And then what are they left with?
Nothing. Empty. Empty, walking around empty.
Look, mama that came out fighting today. I told y'all this is the type of women that I come from. This is the type of stock that I come from.
Yeah.
It's people that are strong and that stand in their truth and stand with who they are. And I admire that about you. Because there's so many people out here that are scared to just be like, you know, I did this, I did that. And then when somebody tells them something, it's like, oh my God, I'm so ashamed. Like, no, like who I am. I always say this. You're not defined by your worst thing that you've ever done.
Right.
Like, that's not who you are. Just because you've done something, like, accept it
and move on.
Get over.
And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today.
It is.
Yeah, we accept it and we move on because it's one thing to know it. And it's another thing to accept it. Once you accept some chunks of truth about yourself, it's nothing nobody can do to hurt you. Actually, it's quite freeing because
Yeah.
it's a freedom. It's a freedom that you have. I don't brag on it. And I wouldn't trade what I went through because it built me up to the tough person that I am today. I could take some shit.
Yeah.
I could take some shit today. You know what? And I could call you on your shit today.
Period.
Real shit recognizes bullshit. There's 3 types of shit.
That's what I'm going to tell her, mama.
My shit and bullshit. So when somebody's talking to me, I immediately go to, is this they shit, my shit, or bullshit? And if you really look at it, a lot of people take all other people's bullshit.
Facts.
And they wonder why what they need is an emotional poop. They need an emotional poop to get some of everybody's shit out of their life.
Yeah, and
just
deal with your shit. I live by that.
Just deal with your own shit, and that's all. And that's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough.
That's one thing. My mom is always full of just like gems. I remember growing up, you used to always say, either he's everything or he's nothing.
Right.
And I live by that today because when I say either he's everything or he's nothing, my mom used to always tell me like, either God is everything or he's nothing. So that means if I got a situation ahead of me, like, am I going to believe wholeheartedly that you're going to take care of it, or there's no in between?
It's no in between. If you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray. Because God is either everything or he's nothing. And if people have a problem of what is God, who is God, I'm going to help you with that. You write a list of everything you think God is, and you write a list of you think everything God isn't. Keep everything you think God is, and that's the God of your understanding. Period.
You better teach them, mama, because that's what I'm telling you. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show today. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about mending. I know that we did not always have the best relationship, and I'm so grateful today that we can sit with each other and really love each other, because I feel like a lot of that came from through forgiveness, right? Because
you have to forgive.
We don't always, as children, sometimes we think that our parents are like superheroes. Like, just because our parents had us, that we are that, like, they couldn't make no mistakes. My whole life is ruined because of the choices that they made. But I'm grateful today that I was able to look at that and know that you're just a human. Like, you're just a human and you happen to have me. Mm-hmm. So for me, forgiveness was a huge thing. Did you have to go through that with your parents?
Yes.
But not saying about my granny. No, I'm just
raising kids don't come with no manual. And then if you have had some kind of trauma in your life, you don't know when the trauma is going to show up or how you're going to deal with that trauma. Mine, I dealt with it with drugs, and it just so happened that I had children along the way.
Yeah.
So they got the brunt end of it, and I regret that. However, I'm glad that I can talk transparently about, well, this is what happened to me, but that didn't give me permission, not making excuses. It didn't give me permission not to raise my children.
Right. But you also put us in positions to be protected.
Successful, yeah. So by the grace of God, it take our family, it took a village to raise my children. So my children had the best of everything. I had a sister that took care of them. They had every want that they wanted, and then she met every need all the way down. She dotted every I, crossed every T. Her and my mom and their dads, they stepped up to the plate based on the choices that I made. Now, I don't know why I made the choices that I made, but what I do know is I went through what I went through to go back and get some other women to bring them through, to let them know that you're okay.
Yeah.
That you're okay. It's okay.
And I think that helped me as well, because I feel like I got to see what it was like to be resilient. When people always ask me like if I could pick one word to describe who I am, I always say I'm resilient, because I can turn a setback into a comeback real quick. Like, real quick. And I think that I learned that from you, because I've seen you go through so much. And now the woman that you are today is just like so dope, because you never let anything just knock you down.
Right.
Like, knock you down for a little bit, but you get right back up.
You know what I found? Yeah, what I found out. So what if people don't like you? So what? So what if you don't get invited to all the parties? So what? They're lost.
Right.
It's their loss. And everybody's not meant to like everybody. If everybody act that you meet like you, then there's something wrong with it. It's something wrong somewhere.
It's something wrong with
something
you.
wrong somewhere.
Something wrong with
Everybody
you.
don't like everybody. We respect one another.
Yeah.
But we don't have to have tea with everybody. I heard you say you might not be everybody's cup of tea. Hell, we drink water anyway.
I know that's right. So do you feel like in this society we are taught that we have to be liked by everybody?
I think that people pleasing is a big thing. You know, people want to be like other people, and so they transform into their ideas. Say you want to be with this elite crowd, so you're going to transform into that person, which only is going to be worse in the end, because this is the season of exposure. You will be exposed to the fraud you are.
No, for real. Like I feel like I felt that to my core, because this is the season of exposure. It's a whole lot. Like you can't. It's hard to not be. I ain't gonna say it's hard to not be yourself, but in this season, if you are not yourself,
you will be exposed.
You will be exposed.
Because real recognize real.
And that's just
and that's real recognize real.
So before we go to our commercial break, I do want to let y'all know that we are coming back. We're going to talk about me as a kid. We're going to talk about my sex work and how my mom feels about my sex work. We might even talk a little bit about her sex work. But are you excited?
Wow.
Fun fact before we go. My mom is the person who started me saying, oh, wow. My mama always said, whenever I do something, my mama be like, oh, wow. Say it, mom.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I got the little baby iconic words, oh, wow, is actually from my mom. And again, mama, I am so happy that you are on this show. And I think this is about to be so dope. Just getting everything out there in the open. And if your mama ain't on here, go get your mama to click on her, but only if she's open-minded, because don't have your mama on here judging me and my mama. Okay. We do record.
I don't care if you judge me, because the same measure you judge me is the same measure you gonna get judged. So judge all you want to. Right?
Look, here go my mama. Y'all see my mama's crazy. If y'all see where I get it from, but check us out. We will be right back. Judge yourself.
The Plug Network is ever expanding. Subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bell for all updates. Thank you, and stay plugged in. June 17th, 2023, Louisville Urban League and Future Ancestors invite you to the Norton Sports and Learning Complex for the Race for Justice. A call for justice for Breonna Taylor and raise funds for social justice organizations. The event is jam-packed with speakers, food, entertainment, and booths from social justice partners. Be sure to go to futureancestors502.org for all information and updates.
I know you feel like Murphy. Oh, wow. One, and we back, and we back, and we back. I said Judge your mammy. I don't know if y'all heard it or not when I said it, but Judge your mammy. Okay, so let's get started into the juiciness. So I want to know, my first question to you is, you know what kind of work I do, but was I a sexual child?
Mm-hmm. Love to be naked. This child, I would dress her, and 5 minutes later, she would be out of her clothes. I'm like, what in the world? She liked big sunglasses, no shirt, and she would wear her pamper and parade around.
And even to this day, I like big shirt. I like no shirts, sunglasses.
And a pamper?
And nothing else.
Okay.
When I started doing this journey with doing sex education and sex work, were you surprised?
No.
Why?
Because I knew you were doing something, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. But I really had no room to judge, because you never judged me.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that because I didn't understand, But then once I got to understand, because see, people are quick to judge, so they judge a book before reading it. Once I started reading into what you were doing, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's your truth. You like it. It's real educational. Hell, I learned a few things from you tricks.
Okay,
You
Mama.
know, but okay.
but I think that's important to talk about, because I feel like people always wonder. They be like, "Oh my God, what's your mama think? What's your daddy think?" Like, as far as like my business is
I think she's an
concerned,
adult.
I think she's an adult. As far as my business is concerned, like, do you ever be looking at my Facebook or anything and just be like, "What the hell?"
No, I don't really say what the hell. I be like, oh wow. I say, oh wow, because Lisa said it again. And what I do know is that what you do, you put everything into what you do. Your creativity is awesome. I'm not surprised that you have your own business.
Yeah.
I look for your platform to even blow up. I look for it to go state to state.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I'm real proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it. Say, what is your daughter? My daughter's a sexologist. What is that exactly? Go beyond the shade.
Is that what you tell them?
Tell them go beyond the shade and do your research. You look up if you don't know what a sexologist is, then look it up. Don't trust nobody's information but your own.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So growing up, I know you grew up in a very, very like Baptist Christian home. So growing up, do you feel like sex was something that was talked about? Well, even though grandma's Native American, she's a Christian.
She's a Christian. She's a Christian.
Do you feel like you grew up in like where it made you feel like you couldn't talk about sex?
Right, couldn't talk about sex. So I learned about sex. Well, number one, when I was in school, we had sex education,
which they don't have no more.
They don't have it anymore. And then as kids are gonna be kids. My first exposure to sex was in I think I was in kindergarten, and a little boy wanted to show me his thimble.
Thimble? What do you mean thimble?
Well, it was a thimble. It looked like a little button to me, but I'm like, damn, what is that button? I wanted to push it, but I didn't. So, and even today, we talk about that today because he's an adult. And I said, do you remember when he remembered that, and he remembered that moment. So, sex, I never remember hearing the word sex in my house. I remember when my mother was pregnant with my little brother. They would use, like, I remember my daddy asked my mom, are you PG? Or I remember when I got pregnant with my child, he said, oh, she must be PG. Is she PG? Well, pregnant.
And then you remembered that from
I remember that. I remember, and looking back, it was like, yeah, I'm PG. You know, instead of saying pregnant, they would say PG. I truly believe that in a household, if you want your kids to have a healthy sexual intellect, talk to them. Talk to your kids. You ain't got to get down with, saying the dicks and the pussies and this, that, another, vagina, the penises. Talk to your kids and ask them, what do you know about sex? What is sex to you?
Yeah.
Do you feel
like nowadays, since like
show them Animal
sex
Kingdom.
is so not animal. Y'all see why I
do you know
that? Not
thimble. But listen, a true fact.
What?
I learned this in an HIV class.
What?
And it was with LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
Well, it was So what I learned was that that giraffes like the same sex. No. Like if it's not another male, they go to they go to each other. Yeah. So they are
gay.
In that community, they're gay. Giraffes. Can you imagine giraffe pussy?
Okay, mama. Okay.
What?
I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all my mama's out of order. Okay, so do you think that the young people today are worse than when y'all was growing up?
Of course, yes, because they twerk, they rolling their little booties and stuff around, and then the little boy. I mean, it's amazing.
Do you feel like you got to catch them early though? Because I feel like a lot of times they don't talk. They're learning about sex education because they don't have it in school no more, so they're learning it from like
TikTok, YouTube. And when they learn how to spell and you say sex, they're going to put in SEX. How do I know? Because I looked on YouTube on the TV and I got a granddaughter and I said, who is looking up SEX?
She said that? She was looking it up?
It's on my YouTube thing. It's on my YouTube. Somebody did it. I didn't. I know what sex is. You know what sex is. She's the one with her room.
Do you think that, I know a lot of people find it like taboo to talk about masturbation with children. What are your views on that?
Well, number one, you touched yourself.
Okay, mama.
I mean,
you know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying.
Like, damn.
No, everybody touches themselves. I don't give a who
You
who
touch
you are.
yourself.
Everybody has touched themselves at one point. You know, if you haven't, then you will and you should.
Do you think that it's okay to tell your kid like it's okay? It's just something you do in private time.
Yeah, if you, because you're gonna catch it. You know, my mom caught me. I mean, you know, what are you doing? I was humping up.
Mama, okay.
But you know, it's something the kids are gonna experiment. You know, it feels good.
Yeah.
You know, and so of course they're gonna explore their body. The thing we don't want to do is make them ashamed and make it taboo. It's nothing taboo about sex. It's not. It's nothing taboo about it. People make it a big deal of sex and doing it. Talk to your kids.
Do you think that because you lived in a household that was so like, oh my God, you can't do it, that it made you?
It made me go out and do it. What's the big secret?
Yeah.
What's the big? And then I migrated toward, you know, kids are smarter than you think.
Yeah.
They smarter than you think. You know, they hear stuff, they see stuff. They're gonna ask. If they don't ask you, they're gonna ask somebody else. If they're not comfortable talking to you, trust and believe there is a hood mama out there that's gonna tell them the real deal.
Yeah.
There's somebody's mama that's got it all going on at their house. Everybody got their friend's house where they let you smoke the weed, they let you do all this and do all that, and you learn a whole lot.
Yeah.
Not that they're gonna do it, but I'm just a true believer have your children, grandchildren be comfortable enough to come to you with whatever issue they have.
Yeah. And
you know, mothers need to be mothers. Grandmothers need to be grandmothers. Fathers need to be fathers in whatever capacity, you know, and as a family unit, come together and talk to your kids about anything.
Yeah.
Sex shouldn't just be, okay, let's talk about sex. We should talk about sex. You should talk about math. You should talk about English. You should talk about, it should be part of a general conversation. What do you know about sex?
Right. And then once they get older, because I feel like when you don't talk about it, when they get older,
then you wonder,
like it's like they trying to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I just wish that today's kids would just know, because what they're learning from, one of the things that I see that's different is they're learning, like, for example, threesomes, right?
Yeah.
They used to not be a thing when I was growing up. But now, since it's on every radio station and TV show and music, you know, video, it's like now everybody want to be gay and have threesomes. Like, it's just a lot. And I feel like it starts with just like at home.
Yeah. And I really don't think like they're gay per se. I think they're curious. You know, kids are curious. They don't know when you got 2 6-year-olds humping around, you know, or whatever it is they doing.
Around.
They don't know.
I got caught. Grandma caught me humping.
To who? With who?
No, why does it matter? Like to who? Like,
no,
like why does it matter?
But it don't matter. It
was a girl.
I know. But no doubt. But
did you always know I was gay?
No.
No.
I didn't think you were gay. I thought you were bisexual. I just thought you didn't care who licked it. It didn't matter.
Mama, okay.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm just
Damn.
saying, just nasty. Just nasty.
She's just nasty.
You know, but you know, standing in your truth. You like it, I love it. You know, it's not me. I don't identify people by what they do. That's something you do. That's not who you are.
Yeah.
You know, if people would just fucking lose the labels.
Yeah.
Why has it got to be a label on everything? You know, that fucks
because
me
people
around.
want to. People want to have labels on everything.
Then they give you, you know, people are so disrespectful. It was an issue about a pronoun. I feel like if you tell me what you want to be called, I should respect that.
Yeah.
You know, irregardless of, or don't talk to you at all.
Period.
You know, damn what you believe. This is who I am. You still gonna not talk to me like they don't talk to me because what you're telling me is what I say don't matter.
Right.
So just shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Because as a real thing,
I just wish people would just lose, you know, just lose all that and just at the very end of the day, We all bleed red.
Mm-hmm.
We all gonna die.
Damn. Like I wasn't
Period.
expecting you to say
We
that.
all bleed red,
I
and
was
we're all gonna die at the very end of the day.
We just
And
trying
do
to
you
live
think
this life the best
you
way
live
that
that
we
you
can.
live your best life? Do what you do. Do what you like to do.
Facts.
Do what you like to do.
And
Who
fuck whoever
cares?
don't like it.
And whether they like it or not, because if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Honey. And be
Period.
who you are.
Be who you are. And like my
authentically.
granddaughter said, why can't you be your own self?
She sure did. She was little. She said that to somebody. I got to tell y'all the story eventually, but we're going to go on a break. But yeah, in the words of my niece, why can't you just be your own self?
The Plug Network is ever expanding. Subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bell for all updates. Thank you and stay plugged in. June 17th, 2023, Louisville Urban League and Future Ancestors invite you to the Norton Sports and Learning Complex for the Race for Justice. A call for justice for Breonna Taylor and raise funds for social justice organizations. The event is jam-packed with speakers, food, entertainment, and booths from social justice partners. Be sure to go to futureancestors502.org for all information and updates.
I know you stuff lying. Oh, wow.
So that's why as a young man, you can't be out here trying to court women, trying to get into different situations. You still broke. Like, cut it out. You got to get yourself situated before you start going and getting women. And I know it's a lot of guys got it backwards, and I'm probably gonna get some backlash for this, but respectfully, you should not be dating if you're broke. You should not be dating if you don't got a decent credit score. How are you supposed to be taking care of women, courting women, and then you trying to go 50-50 on a date?
That don't make sense.
That don't make no sense. If you have to split a $20 meal, what are we doing here, boy? You need to be working. Get that ass up and get a job. It doesn't even have to just be young men. This should be anybody. You need to get yourself situated before out here trying to date.
Dating and courting, when you don't have yourself together, you're just really slowing yourself down. Because especially when you're dealing with multiple women, it requires a lot of time. Man, you slowing yourself down. You're not really gonna reach your peak in life by having so many women, because women require a lot, not just food. You know, they want items.
I'll put it like this. If the woman that you're with right now is helping you achieve the goals that you've already set aside for yourself, then by all means, please. I mean, Obama and Michelle got together while he was becoming Barack Obama, right? If she's helping you get to that level, by all means. But if she's a distraction, you gotta cut that thing, my boy. And just focus on you.
Glad you said that. Focus on yourself, Kings.
Focus on yourself.
What you think, Mama?
Well,
What?
broke nigga. A broke person. Personally,
Take a deep breath.
you got to take two of them, because
Was it a lot?
it was a whole lot to absorb. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
a broke person. Number one, I'm not going to put myself in a position to be where no broke niggas are.
I know that's
not.
right.
I'm just not. Where are you to where there's a broke nigga around?
And but I don't feel like it's fair to be like, you cannot date if you broke.
That's not fair. It's
It's
not
not
fair.
fair.
It's not fair. You can't date if you broke, but we're talking about a date. We ain't talking about marriage.
Right.
Just a date. I mean, there's plenty of things to do dating free. We can't go to Roof Chris.
Right. So do you think that if you are financially not in the place to where you're supposed to be, then you should even be out trying to court people?
It depends on what your motive is, because you're pimping.
Who's pimping?
They pimping. If you out dating people, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? You don't got no money, but I want to date you. So that means if I want to date you and I ain't got no money, I'm getting ready to pimp you, because you get ready to buy my food.
Mom,
You get ready to pay for whatever. That's pimping, baby.
that's pimping, baby. I guess so, but I feel like females.
But you know what?
I feel like females okay, I'm not gonna say female. I'm not gonna put no label on it because it happens in the LGBTQ community too. Like, but I
Broke
feel
ass.
like,
I think a broke ass.
broke asses. But I feel
A
like
lot of depression is gonna come behind
I
that.
feel like in general, like who are we to say that somebody can't date? Because why is it that you require so much just to go on a date?
I don't require shit because I'm not going. I ain't going.
Why ain't you going?
Well, number one, you before it leads up to the date, you're gonna know if they got anything or who's bringing what to the table. You gotta establish what this is. I know you ain't got no money. I mean, you ain't definitely. I know you ain't gonna be the next Barack. He said, Michelle, help Barack. You know, okay, all right, but
You don't know if that man ain't gonna be Barack.
well, I don't know if he is or if he ain't. I'm not. It ain't my job to find out either.
So okay, so if you, because you married now, I's married now, but if you were single and somebody came up to you and he was like, what did you say? He was financially. What did you say, Mama?
Financially embarrassed. The fuck does that mean? You ain't
You
got
said,
no money.
You said. What did you say? He's financially embarrassed.
Okay, that means
Financially embarrassed.
Ain't got no money to eat. So you want me to pay? We ain't gonna eat, baby.
So what if he comes
I'm
up to you and
good.
be like, you know what? I'm trying my best to do what I can do, but I like you and I want us to go on the date, but I just can't pay for it right now.
So what, we going to the park?
Yeah, would you go?
Yeah, I would go.
Would you continue to date? Would you continue to date him if you liked him?
Probably not.
Why though?
It depends on what he's doing. I mean, you said I really like you, but I'm not in a position to date you. Then come back when you player. Come back,
So
where's your hustle?
Are you a gold digger?
I'm not a gold digger. I'm not a gold digger. I promise you I'm not. But respectfully, I'm not going to put myself in a position where a man would have to tell me he don't have. I've never really been with nobody that really didn't have, anything. Something. Where's your hustle, nigga? I mean, it's too many things out here. What's your hustle? I mean, you got to have some kind of hustle. Hell, you got breath. You're talking, ain't you? Be a telemarketer. Do something. I'm just saying.
So you think that it depends on what? Okay, is it because
because some
so
niggas think they entitled? Some niggas think they just all that and just entitled. Nigga.
No.
No. No. You been broke for how long?
I kind of agree. I mean, I kind of agree. I can see it from both sides, but I feel like y'all can call in too. Don't forget, we won't show your face, but you can call in. But what I think is, if I'm down and out, I need to be focused on how I'm gonna get up.
Exactly.
I don't need to be focused. I don't need to be dating nobody.
That's what
I don't like going out.
in.
Yeah, I don't like going out when I'm broke.
I'm not going out when I'm broke, and I taught you better.
I'm saying, like, if I'm hurting and I'm broke, I need to be focused on getting my life together. But where I feel like it's a difference is like, what if you down on yourself, you down on your luck, and you just so happen to meet somebody and they are just a wonderful person and you can't pass them up.
There's no such thing as there's cannots and will nots. There's no such thing as I can't.
Okay, so
there cannots and will nots.
Okay.
You will not pass them up. Why not? I mean, everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. I'm sorry about your luck. I like you. Hopefully your life will get better. Now you become a therapist. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you're the therapist. Because they're down on their luck. Because they're down on their luck. Oh, well. And I just happen to meet you because you're down. Well, I'm down on my luck too. Do the car thing. How you doing? Oh, my car is broke. I'll talk to you later. Ain't gonna help you get your car fixed. Ain't gonna give you their car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you figure.
That's not right. I just feel like I feel where you come from. So if you was down on your luck, do you feel like a man should take you out still?
I wouldn't be focused on a man taking me out because I'm gonna get up on my luck. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an alpha female. I'm not giving as a nigga for nothing. I'm not gonna give a nigga opportunity to give me a White Castle hamburger because I'm down on my luck. Base me on my credentials. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to do that. I'm not even gonna put a nigga through that. You know what I'm saying? I got it, you got it. And if I got it and we together, we both have it. But we have to come to a common ground. It's something that we just don't learn. I'm just going to meet you and take you on a date because you broke. Nigga, I'm going to take you to the food stamp office. I'm going to take you to the, somewhere where we can eat. You better go somewhere you get a hustle. Get some food stamps and sell them and take me. I don't care. You know, if you really like me, then you're going to do something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do something to produce. A man, be a man. A woman or whatever you need to be all that you can be. But don't be nothing and come to me and expect me to be a charity case. What the fuck?
Fact.
Yeah.
Now, I feel you when you put it like that. Now, me personally, I don't think I could be, I wouldn't.
Who can be, what are you going to talk about? He don't do shit. What is there to tell you? Can't talk about his job. How was your day at work? You know?
Felicia Holla, that's it. No, because you can't, what we going to talk about?
What's the conversation?
A woe is me conversation is what it's gonna be.
Right. And then you become a therapist. I don't want to do all that. It's your shit. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Straight up.
Bullshit.
Straight up, because I'm not doing it. No, I think if somebody came to me and was like, I'm down on my luck, I want to think, first of all, because how would you even approach it? Or would they just get to the table and be like, what if you got to the date and they ain't had the money?
I'm getting ready to go smoke a cigarette and I don't even smoke.
I'm ready to smoke a cigarette. I wish somebody would.
Me too.
I wish somebody would.
You know what? They would be the most horriblest day of their life because I would say, you know what? This nigga done brought me on a date, ordered this food. I don't have no money. I would take up all y'all tips. I'll take a collection. And I'd go live. And give him my cash app. Please cash app me some because this broke nigga done took me out there and ain't got a dime to pay for it. Hashtag broke ass nigga.
Hashtag broke ass nigga. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody gonna pay it. I ain't gonna pay it.
I'm about to choke, y'all. My mama ain't got no sense. So it's safe to say, if my mama was single, which she's not, but if she was,
come up with that bullshit. Come around me with that bullshit. I ain't going.
Or your kids.
All my kids. Oh wow! Don't let them call me and tell me a nigga that took them and I got to come to a restaurant. You don't want me to show up.
What you gonna do, mama?
Broke ass nigga. Why? What in the why? What were you thinking?
Let me tell you,
was raised right though. We ain't got to worry about that.
I mean, I never really messed with no broke. Well, I ain't gonna say that because back in the madness, I had a lot of broke ass niggas.
See, back in the madness, I was selfish and self-centered. It was all about me, me, me. My favorite radio station was WIFM. What's in it for me? And if it wasn't nothing in it for me, I wasn't going.
What's it called, mama?
WIFM. What's in it for me?
WIFM.
What's in it for me?
I'm gonna say it to everybody from here on out because what's in it for me? Let's talk.
Yeah.
Because what you bring to the table.
Tune in to WIFM. What's in it for me? Because if it ain't nothing in it for me, deuces.
Period.
Yeah.
Y'all see where I come from. Now listen, I ain't mad at you.
Nigga done pissed me off.
There you done got mad.
Yeah. Ain't even got a broke deal. I ain't never did, you know. Nah, if they didn't have no money, they had a hustle. They had a hustle. I like them hustling.
It's the hashtag, get you a hustle.
Hustle.
We'll be back.
The Plug Network is ever expanding. Subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bell for all updates. Thank you and stay plugged in. June 17th, 2023, Louisville Urban League and Future Ancestors invite you to the Norton Sports and Learning Complex for the Race for Justice. A call for justice for Breonna Taylor and raise funds for social justice organizations. The event is jam-packed with speakers, food, entertainment, and booths from social justice partners. Be sure to go to futureancestors502.org for all information and updates.
I know you feel like Murphy. Oh, wow. And we're back. So this last segment, I'm going to talk to you about advice. Okay. So with everything that you know that has been going on with me and my life, everything under the umbrella, if you could give me some advice, what would it be?
Continue to stand in your truth. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Research. Because just because it looks blue, don't mean it's blue. Because we can mix colors to make it look blue.
I like that.
Continue to be creative. Be who you are. You don't need any advice. The only advice is be yourself. And that's for anybody. Be yourself. We are so uniquely made that God has made each of us so unique that we have our own talents. And where we fall down is we can't work together as a team. Yeah. You know, you might be good at this and you might be good at that. Instead of trying to be good at everything because you're just not, everybody's just not. Get a team of trusting people that celebrate you and not tolerate you. Yeah. And you know the people we tolerate, oh God, here she comes. Those are tolerant people. But when people are excited to see you, those are the people you surround and draw off of their energy. Yeah. Negativity, you ain't got no room. Don't let it get into your universe. Don't let it get into your space. You ain't got no room for it, because what I see is bigger and better plans for you, because what I know is you got a pure heart and you got a pure motive, and everything you do from your heart. You're loving, you're kind, and those are qualities that can't be bought. And one other thing you have, even though you came from me, you got a little class, you know, and you do things classy. You're a class act. And people, and you're a hard act to follow. And people,
I know that's right.
Y'all can take the ingredients, but you'll never have her recipe.
Period, mama. Okay, if there was something that you could tell to your younger self, what would you say? Dee. That's what y'all know. Y'all know Dee. That's Dee.
I would say, it's going to be all right. Dee, it's going to be all right. You don't have to fight so much. You don't have to fight so hard. I would tell her, quit fighting. Yeah. Quit fighting. Because once I ceased fighting everything, then everything just kind of laid out for me. But it felt like I had to fight for everything. Yeah. And I really didn't.
I think that's one of the things that I wish that I would have learned sooner, even though I'm on 38. I wish that I would have learned that what is gonna come to you is gonna come to you anyways. So you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to fight for anything that's automatically gonna come to you.
Right. Because any door that God opens for you, no man can close it. If it's for you, it's for you. And what my mother always told me, right follows right. Right follows right. If it's for you, it's for you, and no devil in hell can stop it. Yeah. It's going to come to you. Even the word says nothing goes out of his mouth that's going to come back to him void.
Okay. Period. And one fun question. What's the fun question? Do you feel like sex after 60, because you are 60, are you 60, 61?
I'll be 63, girl.
You 63?
I'm 62.
Shut up.
I'll be 63.
Okay, girl. You look good, girl.
I know.
Okay, so sex after 60. Do you feel like you are more spicy in your sex life than you were when you were younger?
Yeah. Because you learn with experience, girl.
Oh, you must be knowing that.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, I don't need no chiropractor.
Okay. We ain't have to go there.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like makes you spicy? Like, do y'all switch it up all the time? Are y'all just like in love? Is it the passion part?
It's
Is
the
it,
cuddling, it's the hugging, it's the talking,
it's the intimacy.
it's the intimacy. It's the intimacy, because there's an art to making love, because you know that you got a good mate when they can make love to your mind
Yeah.
and your body, and then everything else
Just
in
flows
between.
out
It just
together.
flows out with it. And always, women, go to bed sexy. Take
Yes.
your bath.
Now I will say that my mom, from the time when I was a young girl, I watched my mom. My mom always takes a bath before you go to bed. You always wear, even when I mean, I've never really seen you single, but even when you haven't had someone home, even when her husband or whatever didn't come home or whatever until late. I ain't gonna say he didn't come home. Didn't come until late. You always get dressed. You always spray perfume on you before you go to bed. I remember that forever.
Yeah.
Be sexy.
Yeah, be sexy. And if nothing else, be sexy to yourself. It's not only for them, it's for you, because you're worth it. Queen status.
Period.
Nice bed sheets, nice bed linen. A man likes to get in bed, whether they touch you or not, to a clean smelling woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Because don't be out here funky.
Period. Ugh.
You know, so we got a little while before we're about to end. I want to say thank you for coming, but before we go, my mom is throwing her first ever event. It is called Harlem Nights.
Actually, it's called Aware Affair.
Aware Affair.
Welcome to the Cotton Club. And it is June 10th from 10 to 2 at Stella's venue.
Yep.
Dress code is enforced. The tickets are $25. $40 admits 2. We have the Glamour Girl of Comedy. We have a live band.
Explain the Cotton Club for the young people that don't know what it is.
The Cotton Club is, so you want to shoot me in the pinky toe. No, that's just as Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor did a movie, Harlem Nights. Look it up. It's real fun. It's real fun, classic.
So it's like
event.
the 20s,
It's
right?
1920s. So you wear your flapper dresses, your little feathers, your long cigarettes, your long gloves.
Yeah.
The men put on your dapper hats, your suits, your chains.
And dress codes is enforced, because if you ain't dressed, you ain't coming in.
And also we're going to have a best dress, a 50-50 raffle. We've got food. We've got a cash bar. We've got performances, live performances.
I'm performing.
We got my daughter's performing. We got the Glamour Girl of Comedy. We got a live band. Mm-hmm. We've got, I'm giving a Father's Day giveaway. We're just going to have lots of fun. And it's June 10th. And if you go on my page and you comment something, an excerpt from Harlem Nights, I will be having a drawing on Wednesday for a free ticket. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned. I'm going to put some stuff up there. Share. You can come to the door. You can pay at the door. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be more expensive at the door.
And you can get your tickets from me too as well. What I have coming up, y'all already know I got karaoke night that's coming up. If you don't follow all my stuff, you can follow me on Beyond the Shade, all social media platforms. I be having a lot going on. Y'all already know. But yes, come to my mama's event.
Please come to my event and support me. And I love you. If nobody told you they love you today, so what? Love yourself.
And then also, before we get out of here, I want to say that I am so grateful just for you being, one of the things that stands out to me is like, you actually try a lot now. I feel like in my childhood, I always felt like you didn't try, not because you actually didn't try, but because in my mind, I felt like you didn't try. You know what I mean? So now it's like I see your effort not only with myself, but the way you are with Kwee, my niece, my badass niece, my badass niece.
Get a load of Kwee.
The way you are just in general as a mom, like I see things that you do with like my niece that, you know, I wanted as a kid, and I remember that I was just like, damn, like I wish I would have had that. But to watch you do it for my niece is like so fulfilling to me. And I think that sometimes you don't get the gratitude that you deserve, because yeah, I do feel like it, especially the way you are with my granny. Like my mama takes care of my granny.
Ooh-wee. That's a whole nother
My mama takes care of my granny, and honey, My granny is a handful. If anybody know my granny, she's a handful. But I just want to say from me, like, thank you for trying. Like, you call me all the time. You check on me all the time. You listen to me. If I need a little money, you got to give me a little money. You know what I'm saying? But like, you are doing the things that everyone feels like their mom should do. And I am so appreciative of you for that. And for making me the woman that I am.
Thank you. And also before, I know I'm a cussing Christian. I'm holy with a hint of hood, and I will be doing myself a disservice not to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. And he has blessed me so much and has given me so much insight on myself that I do get on in the morning and do a morning inspiration. I do it every morning. I'm not a prophet, a preacher, a prophetess, or none of that. What I do is I encourage other people to be yourself and to be a ray of sunshine in somebody's dark spot, because you never know that one word from you might make the difference in them.
Yeah, because you'll never know what people go through.
You never know. And suicide right now, mental illness is a silent killer. So if you can't be a help, don't be a hindrance.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I know.
Are you planning on doing anything else other than the wear fair?
Of course, it's the first annual wear fair. I'm gonna do a luau. I plan on doing a whole lot of stuff. So, we're gonna go all the way Hawaiian. We're gonna go nuts. We're gonna do all kind of stuff. So.
And where can they find you? Where can they get these tickets at?
They can get the tickets from me. You can go on my Cash App to pay me.
That's how old people be. You can go on my Cash App
and it's $ Yvette 3113. And if you go to my page, Facebook, Yvette Bond Anderson, you will see me posting. And then my daughter, she will also have tickets.
Yes, I will. So please.
I don't know about Eventbrite, Nightbright now that I know they want extra money, and I'm not doing all that. Just give me
okay, Mama, don't be trying to knock my little hustle. Okay, go on Eventbrite for my tickets, because I don't know what she's talking about. Right. Trying to knock my little hustle and quit, did she?
That's because I don't know. That's because I don't know. I'm new at this, and
it's okay.
Just want to have a grown and sexy, a fun affair. Please come out and support me. Go to my page, Yvette Bond Anderson.
Well, thank you, Mama. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. I will be back every other week, so tune in next week on YouTube and everywhere else. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Keep supporting me. I'm gonna keep supporting you. I love y'all. Bye.
The Plug Network is ever expanding. Subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bell for all updates. Thank you, and stay plugged in. June 17th, 2023, Louisville Urban League and Future Ancestors invite you to the Norton Sports and Learning Complex for the Race for Justice. A call for justice for Breonna Taylor and raise funds for social justice organizations. The event is jam-packed with speakers, food, entertainment, and booths from social justice partners. Be sure to go to futureancestors502.org for all information and updates.
I know you lying. Oh, wow.